everyone, Luna here, and welcome to Crit Role Conspiracies, the show where we talk about all the wild theories that critics have about Campaign 3 of Critical Role. I know it's coming, you know it's coming, here it is, spoiler warning! This video contains spoilers for episode 5 of Campaign 3, so if you're not caught up, go and do that and then come back. Also, if you're on Discord, you should jump into my Discord because we have a whole area where we chat Critical Role and Critical Role Conspiracies, and we have like a little live watch party where we're all kind of watching it together. So if you want to check that out, the link is in the description below. Those of you who were holding out hope that maybe we would get to see Travis's new character this week were unfortunately disappointed. This was confirmed by Travis on Twitter, who said that we're not going to be seeing his character, not just yet. What does that mean? Who knows? Personally, I think we're not going to see Travis's character until the party meets Oshad Brescio because I am convinced that that is who his character is. That is the person that Aram is looking for, so I think it's probably going to be a while before we see them. I also think that Travis's character is going to be introduced around the same time that Robbie's character is going to depart. No. Robbie has been billed as a special guest on Critical Role, not as a cast member, so I think we're going to see Dorian depart at some point. I am holding out hope that maybe he is going to kind of come in and out of the party, but the likelihood of him sticking around for the entire campaign is pretty slim. If Dorian leaves, what does this mean for Fern and Aram? So for those of you who are not aware, Dorian, Fern, and Aram are characters from the sort of mini campaign that Critical Role did with Abria Iyengar, Exandria Unlimited. So if Dorian leaves, does this mean that Fern and Aram are going to leave? Well, this was also confirmed in a tweet by Matt Mercer, who said that Fern and Aram are actually the main characters for Campaign 3. They decided to use EXU as a chance to test the characters to see if they did want to play them for a full campaign, and both Ashley and Liam decided that yes, they do. So we're going to see Fern and Aram stick around, but unfortunately, probably not Dorian. It makes me very sad because I love Dorian and his terrible rolls so much. Robbie just has the worst luck when it comes to rolling, and it's very charming. And speaking of Aram, we still don't really know very much about him. He was very quiet this week, and I could see the suffering on Aram/Liam's face during that whole bit. So we start the episode with this meeting with the Corsairs, and it is such an absolute train wreck. And you can just see Aram is just dying inside. It just did not go very well. I was very surprised that we didn't get an initiative roll in that encounter. But I'm also very pleased because I feel like that would not have gone well for them. Aram sort of assumed the leadership role in EXU, and so far he has been relatively quiet and kind of stepping to the sidelines in Campaign 3, so I'm interested to see if he will assume that more leadership role that he had in EXU. He certainly does seem to be the responsible one of the group a lot of the time. There's some big dad energy there, but I guess we'll just see how that works out. I'm a little bit suspicious of the Corsairs. I don't know if that's just me. I don't get great vibes from them. It definitely seems like a we will do anything to achieve our goals kind of a group, which sometimes when you lean so far into that, are you still really the good guys? I think it will certainly bring up some interesting moral questions for the party if they do ever end up working with them or for them or alongside them. And I love that. I'm all about those moral quandaries. Yes, yes, yes. Many good roleplay opportunities there. After the meeting with the Corsairs, the party decides to try and find some healing potions, which turns out to be a very smart idea given how the conflict at the end of the episode goes. And we finally get to meet Advik, the character that Ashton was being so cagey about. During our little live watch party in my Discord yesterday, Awaken actually called it first. Ashton and Advik are exes? ? There was some big awkward energy going on there, and I loved so much seeing Ashton or Taliesin kind of roll their eyes so dramatically when Advik was kind of doing his big, like, dramatic Advik serves you. I absolutely picked up on those vibes as well. It was a very awkward interaction and I want to know more. Give me details, please. Let's talk a little bit about Imogen. In my last video, I stated that we didn't really have a lot of information about her yet, and some of you responded with an interesting idea, which is that Imogen is a Kalashtar who doesn't know it. So a Kalashtar is a playable race that was added in the Eberron book, and let's have a little look at what this like flavor text is, because it does sound familiar. Every Kalashtar has a connection to a spirit of light. Kalashtar can't directly communicate with their quarry spirits, rather they might experience this relationship as a sense of instinct and inspiration, drawing on the memories of the spirit when they dream. This connection grants Kalashtar minor psionic abilities as well as protection from psychic attacks. All of these Kori dream spirits are virtuous, but some are warriors and others are more contemplative. Work together with the DM to determine the nature of your linked spirit. Typically, a Kalashtar knows the name and nature of their spirit, but some may know nothing of their spirit or the source of their psychic gifts, such as an orphan Kalashtar raised among strangers. This is very interesting. We've heard Laudna say that Imogen has an instinct that usually steers them correctly. She obviously has her psychic telepathic abilities, and we know she has recurring nightmares and dreams, and she hears the voice that she believes to be her mother. Now, a lot of people have looked at the mechanics of Imogen and have stated that she is a variant human. However, I wouldn't be surprised if they have taken the flavor of a Kalashtar and kind of, twisted it around to suit the story that both Imogen and Matt have sort of come up with. I don't necessarily want to rely on the mechanics to tell us exactly everything, because sometimes we know they like to mess around with that stuff. So even if she's not a Kalashtar, it could be that they've taken inspiration from this particular race and are using that idea with Imogen's character. I think it's very interesting, and it is going to give a lot of avenues for exploration. I always love it whenever the characters have dreams or visions, because it gives us a little peek inside both them and inside kind of the larger story, and I'm here for it. I'm very excited for it. What do you think? Do you think that this is plausible? As always, put your ideas in the comments below. Laudna is still being mysterious. We didn't really get any new information about Laudna this week, other than Marisha's really enjoying grossing us all out with her descriptions of Laudna. So I guess we're just going to have to be patient until we get any more information. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, in the last couple of episodes, I have talked a lot more about Laudna and what the theories are about her. And also, people have left so many amazing ideas in the comments, so you can check those videos out if you're interested. And in the comments of last week's video, a lot of you, like me, were not convinced by Fresh Cut Grass's sunshiny demeanor. This idea here is very interesting in that Fresh Cut Grass has had a hard reset at some point, so that this personality we're seeing now is actually not their true personality. This is kind of similar to something that happened in Campaign 2, which I won't go into because unnecessary spoilers, but if you know, you know. So potentially we could be seeing a restoration of Fresh Cut Grass's true nature or true personality. That would fit really well with Sam's love of playing multiple characters in a campaign, and again has so much interesting story potential. Also, lots of ideas that FCG was responsible for the death of their party members, and a lot of suspicion about what happened in those mines. So again, this is just something we're gonna have to wait for. We're at this point when we're starting to get little threads here and there, but these big stories are not gonna be revealed for ages. So until then, we'll just keep making wild guesses, and definitely one of them is going to stick. I would like to submit an official complaint to Matthew Mercer for all of the gross imagery that he used in the descriptions of that final fight with Duggar. I did not like it. Especially the thing coming out of the back. I didn't like it. It was very, very, very gross. But what is going on with Duggar? What happened to this person? Clearly something has happened. We found out that 6 months ago, they disappeared for a few weeks, and then when they returned, they were kind of affected by something, affected by some kind of malady that made them turn weird, and obviously something weird has gone on based on what we've seen coming out of the hole and birthing shade creepers. And what was all of that, like, icky slime? It's slime. That's what I'm saying for this video. It's slime. What was with all of that stuff in the house? Where did it come from? How was it created? It's very gross. I really don't think that that's the last that we've seen of Duggar. The description of him kind of like exploding into ash very much makes me feel like he's been banished somewhere and that one day he may return. So I think it's going to be up to the party to kind of work out what's going on in time before that happens. Before we wrap up, I'd like to give an honorable mention to this comment in my last video, which just absolutely made my day. Fresh cut grass. That's a mouthful. How about if I need you, I'll just shout, hey. 10 out of 10. Quality pun. As always, please put your ideas and your theories in the comments below. I love reading them. Sometimes I can't respond to all of them, but I do read every single one, and I really appreciate all the time that you put into sharing your ideas. And also, just in general, thank you so much for the support of these videos. All of your kind comments have really made my day, and I appreciate it, so thank you very much. Well, I'll see you for Crit Role Conspiracies in 2 weeks' time, because next week is a week off for Critical Role. But however, keep your eyes peeled for other D&D related videos on my channel very soon. Okay, that's it. Bye! I also think that Travis's character introduction... That's my cat. Molly, sit down. All right, just don't purr into the microphone, please. No, Molly, you're purring too loud. The microphone is going to pick it up. No, baby, you're going to have to hop down. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm filming. Mummy's working. Molly, just sit down, baby.